Alright guys, so I had a viewer request to go ahead and do a few how to run videos, and let's talk about something that's actually pretty difficult to decide how to run. And that unit is Perna. Now, Perna is, well, she can go a lot of different ways. It really depends on how you need her. How I run Perna is, my Perna, I want to go after my Theomars, okay? So I have her teamed up with Theomars, and so that Theomars can get a chance to do an armor break on Guild War defense, and then Perna will move. Because of that, I have to invest quite a bit of speed into Perna, and I have a lot of attack stats into Perna. Now, preferably, I'd like to have more hit points than I have here, but I gave up some so they can get a higher crit rate. Now, I don't always have Theomars with Perna, so I'm trying to have a higher crit rate than the necessarily needed one. If you have Theomars as always as lead for him, you could cut the crit rate down a little bit. But here's mine. Okay, Perna, as a thing, cannot be built tanky. Okay, there is no way that Perna can be built tanky. Yes, she has a lot of hit points, and it seems very impressive, but she has really crappy defense. 439 base. That means if she gets armor broken, she takes a lot of damage. Like I would easily one-shot her, even without an attack buff. Okay? Yeah. In fact, I would not be surprised if my Rakan could do enough damage to one-shot my Perna without attack break. Without defense break. Okay? Defense is that bad on Perna. Yes, you can rune Perna up to 30k HP. And what that's really good for is to combat Lucians. So if it's your primary anti-Lucian tool, go ahead, rune her up with 1 HP rune, and you'll find a lot better results against Lucians. But she's still pretty squishy. In fact, on my Devolution team, Bernard, Megan, Devolution, Perna is a speed bump. I mean, literally, it's a speed bump. The only thing that's good about Perna is it takes me a few more seconds to kill it. Now, that can really matter if you're spending gems and refreshing wings to go and kill things. But if you're not, then Perna is not the answer to Lucian. It's cute and it's helpful, but it's not an answer. Alright, having said that, how do I have my Perna ruined? So I have my Perna ruined, obviously. Attack, crit damage, attack. So, could this rune be better? Yeah, I could maybe replace the accuracy on it and make this rune a little bit better. But what would I replace it with? Crit damage? Well, the stuns from Perna are actually pretty useful, and she has a pretty good stun rate, so the extra accuracy is not a bad thing. Resistance could also be okay, but this is a base 7 accuracy, and for a 5-star, that's a max roll, so I'm going to replace a max roll stat with something else. You can't, okay? And don't get me wrong, of course this rune can be better because it's only a 5-star, right? It does have a lot of speed on it, has crit, has a good HP and attack, but it could be better. Hopefully I'll get a better one. I just haven't yet. Okay, Will Rune. This is not a bad Will Rune. It's a purple, so that's cool. And I gemmed this one, but it rolled resistance. Not the most ideal thing. I'd rather have crit rate or speed, but hey, okay. Speed is my limiting factor here. Okay, this one obviously needs to be runed. I mean, kind of stunned for speed here. I mean, it is a legendary. And again, it comes down to accuracy though here. What do I want to replace it with? Since this is an 8, I could get defense percent. That's pretty crappy on Perna, as I always said. So I could go resistance again. Yeah, you could. Okay. This rune, as you can tell, it's not the best rune. Again, we're stuck here with accuracy again. Alright? But it has a lot of HP. I do want HP on my Perna. So, this rune, again, has no HP, has no innate. It's kind of different in that respect, though. And I'm not even sure what quality of rune this used to be. It may have been a purple. I just rolled nicely, and then I replaced this. It's not an amazing rune in any case, but yeah, it's all right. I think it was a purple. All right, and then this rune, obviously, it's got a few. Well, this is a blue. Okay, in all honesty, this is a blue. It rolled twice in a crit rate, which is obviously good. But I mean, I had speed. I got a lucky roll to get HP and then roll crit damage. Is it the best rune? Obviously not. Okay, you can imagine I can get another 12% HP here, another maybe 6 HP percent here. This is a blue, so you can another say 6, 7. 6.5 should be the average anyway, so that's 4 HP percent. So I could have additional on this thing. That one couldn't have anything additional. This one could have 2 or 3 more HP percents on here, so that's like 7. And probably call it 8. So that would give me an extra 4,000 hit points maxed out. That would be pretty ideal. That'd be awesome. Something I'm working towards. So now let's talk about other builds that you can do with Perna. You could do a speed, crit damage, attack build. This is okay, but really and truthfully, the only reason why you need to put that much speed on your Perna is that your armor breaker is really that fast. Now, yeah, you can. But it takes away a lot of Perna's punch, because if you notice, Perna has a very high base attack. So you could do this if you're going to room with like Sierra, Orion, Perna. You could put Perna on there, but I think you're giving up a lot of damage to be able to do that, which then means you want to have like some more hit points and stuff like this on Perna, and I think it takes away the punch of Perna too much to be able to do this, unless you do have the really super high quality runes, like all of the tough stuff I was discussing. Now, if you do, that's awesome. Okay, you're doing great. Why are you listening to this video? I don't know, but you could go on Swift. I don't like it. Okay, Despair. What's the point? He's got a single target nuke already that can stun. I'd rather have an extra chance to cast it, or an extra chance to, well, just go nuts. Perna goes nuts sometimes. Perna will just kill you. So I don't really agree with that. I like will runes on Perna, because an armor break and almost anything will kill Perna. Okay? It prevents Tasarian from outspeeding you and just putting a debuff on and killing you. So I really like will runes on this. I think his Violent Will is the best set. I have played around with a few of the other sets, and that's why you pretty much see in most fights that he's going to be Violent Will. Okay? These stats are plenty good enough for Rift Raids. Not for Rift Raids, but for Rift Dungeons. And so this is kind of how I have my Perna rune. Basically, attack, crit damage, attack, bunch of speed subs. Now, you can make a slower Perna that hits much harder. And while that'll work, it doesn't fit what my role is. And my role is basically to move after Theomars. So Theomars, armor breaks, Perna, nukes him. Between the two, I should do enough damage to kill almost anything. If an armor break lands, it's almost dead. Anyway, guys, that's my take on Perna, and this is Cole signing out.